new goals. 1 million subscriber by end of next year. By end of 2024 for the original merch. I just want the original merch, guys. That's all I want. After that, fully commit to learning Japanese. Improve at singing too. Lamau. Alright, so these are 3 goals I really want to do. Other stuff, it's not really on me. It's more so about, will I still be popular? Or like, will I have, will people buy it? But like, just get 1 figure. I don't want... Please. In my entire career, I get asked to do 1 figure and I'll be happy. Like, I don't care. Get gaming gear merch / sponsor and have a pro player use it on stream. There you go. I would love to have gaming gear sponsor or gaming gear or merch and like being used in a competitive setting too. That would be so cool if I could ever have that opportunity. Okay, B3D, that's just the waiting game at the that's not it's not a goal. Like eventually we're gonna get 3D. It's like it's just being patient at this point. Voice something in a game. But not my own Lamau. Or have a Selen skin. Skin / cosmetic. I'll take one or the other. This is one entire goal on itself, chat. If I get one or the other, I'm scratching that off and was like, life is complete. I don't need to accomplish more. Host a FPS tournament. That's something I really want to do too. I've hosted other tournaments and other events, but something I really want to do is being able to host a FPS tournament in general, not just a regular tournament, but an FPS tournament would be nice. Yeah, I've like had this talk from friends asking me if I actually do want to try and get pred and stay in pred for a season in Apex, and I said no. I decided no. Like, it is possible, but I said no. I want to stay in master rank because it's so much easier to enter in tournaments by being master. Like, you know, I can play with pro players in tournaments because I'm considered a masters player. And like, if I become a pred player, I will be considered the pred / pro. Being able to enter tournament as like the masters player is just much more convenient. Honestly, I shouldn't even have got masters anyway. I should have stayed as like a silver and gold player. Oh my god, I've always wondered what it would have been like if I didn't say anything about my rankings and I just stayed as like a silver or gold player or something. I say nothing about my past as an Apex player. I was just naturally good at it, and I'll be like, yeah, I just never played ranked though, so I don't know what ranking I was. Like, I've always thought about that. I only discovered my ranking like later on when they like when it's like a tournament that really matters. So it's like how in V Psycho Shibuya Hal was like, this is your exact rank number back before Niji, and I was like, oh fuck. And then they're like, whoa, so like, what do you mean you never played rank? But obviously I didn't, because I wanted to have a strong start. And, you know, I wanted to establish my niche right away, which is obviously like FPS. And because of that, it was something I really wanted to do right off the bat. And I know like at that time, I wanted to like set up my niche, and I knew like in the corporate area there wasn't a lot of high ranked FPS streamers, especially for female VTubers as well. There's not a lot of them, especially in a company. And obviously I wanted to establish it right away and being like, yeah, I fucking whoa. To have a jump start in my career, you know, being a little bit smart about it and stuff. Obviously it worked out for me, and I managed to establish my niche in terms of like toxic female FPS player, which you see a lot in the flesh tubing realm, and now you get that in the VTuber realm too. I'm just happy to have this niche of mine. I guess like my image, my personality, just like, you know, what you are. Like you say a name and be like, Selen Tatsuki, what do you think about her when you see her? Like when you hear that name. And it's really like something I wanted to aim for, to have like an image, a certain character trait, and like a recognizable brand. I feel like I'm not really a VTuber sometimes. I feel like I don't have like a lot of VTuber traits, and I don't give off a VTubing personality. I guess like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I don't give off like the cookie cutter typical VTubing personality and traits. If you guys know what I mean, like I'm not like other girls. I'm not like a typical VTuber. That's not what I mean. But like, I do feel very, what's the word called? Sometimes I feel like I don't fit in VTubing, because like a lot of VTubers, or like a lot of big VTubers, or like a lot of popular VTubers or well-known VTubers are like incredible singers. You know, they do a lot of concerts and stuff like that. And then I don't think I'll ever really when you think of who should we invite to a concert, I won't be involved with. I won't be invited to it, because obviously I'm not a singer. Like, guys, I had my self-esteem hit really hard recently because of the original song. Honestly, like, because of that, I am always like really surprised how many people watch me. To this day, how people watch me, how people enjoy my content, and stuff like that. And it really means a lot, you know. It really does mean a lot to see, like, even though I don't have like these traits that you normally see in typical VTuber, in like usual VTubers, and like people, especially in like corporate, I personally don't fit in like not don't fit, but like I stray away from what you normally think of when you think of VTuber. And I remember feeling so like really surprised people watch me. And that's why when I debuted, before I debuted, I was like, I hope people watch me. I remember being like, I just don't want to. I hope people watch me, and I'm not like and it won't be for pity. But yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. And, yeah, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Hey, Selen, I hope you know how much you bring to the table in the gaming scene as a girl VTuber, since it's so male-dominated. You inspire me lots. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I really do appreciate it so much. I know I heard a lot about being, I've seen a lot of tweets about, and like comments about me being like an inspiration to like female gamers. It really does mean a lot, and to be seen that way, I guess like when I used to play Overwatch, I don't even know how much I talked about my Overwatch history, but in the past I have been seen as that a long time ago, back when the beginning of Overwatch. And it really, when I hear stuff like that, it really means a lot, and to inspire female gamers to be able to perform really well in FPS genre, especially because it is a very male dominated area in like more, you know, higher level of gameplay. And you know, it's always inspiring to see more female gamers being able to, you know, achieve these high rankings and be confident in themselves and stuff like that when it comes to playing FPS games. Learning Japanese is so helpful in as a VTuber, especially when you're part of a Japanese company, because obviously you get a lot more opportunities by knowing Japanese, because you can, you know, collaborate with your senpais and your kohais in JP branch much more easily. You can be invited to, like, you know, Japanese events. There's a lot of JP events held in NIJISANJI. Japan is where you know, VTubers is a huge norm, so I know that I am missing out on a lot of opportunities and a lot of benefits that comes with learning Japanese and being able to integrate really well with like the JP side of NIJISANJI. But knowing that, I also want to increase my Western audiences as well, like make VTubing much more popular in the EN side, because we all know, like, in EN is still considered, the VTubing is still considered like a little bit of a niche at the moment. It's not like in Japan where it's like basically a norm, a regular thing. I know that like I am sacrificing a lot of networking opportunities as well as general opportunities as well by not improving my Japanese, but it's just really hard. It's really difficult. I don't have a lot of time in my life. I've hosted tournaments in the past, but I want to host a FPS tournament in general. I won't make it VTuber focused because there's always a lot of tournaments for pros. And the thing about like Western tournaments, Western VTuber tournaments, is that there's not a lot of well-known Western VTuber FPS streamers, especially outside of corporate or like just in general. There's not a lot of like high ranking. Like the thing about V-Psycho or like a lot of JP VTuber tournaments is that in JP there's a lot of really well-known JP VTubers who are very, very good at FPS games and are very popular as well, like very well-known, very famous. But on the NA side, I'm sorry, but a lot of really well-known especially like female and male FPS players would just stream as flesh tubers because they would rather be signed by fucking TSM or some shit than be signed under a JP company. They'd rather just be a flesh tuber versus being a VTuber, because the opportunities as well in the NA audience, there's a lot more opportunities in NA for like sponsors, invitations, and clout as a FPS streamer to be a flesh tuber versus a VTuber, because obviously VTubers don't get a lot of NA gaming sponsors or like NA opportunities when it comes to like gaming centric stuff, because normally it would just go to the flesh tuber because it's mainstream. So that's always been an issue, and I feel like timing has never been right because of that. In JP, I can name so many amazing like FPS content creators who are VTubers, but in NA, I definitely can't say the same, and that's just my honest opinion. If it comes to like FPS VTubers who play at like high level, I can't really say the same for that. That's why it might be like incredibly hard to do something like this, but it's something I really want to do in the future though. Something I really want to do in the future and be able to have like a big opportunity for like especially indie VTubers as well to get their names out there, because that's what's great about the Shibuya HAL customs as well. What I find about the Shibuya HAL customs is that the Shibuya HAL customs help prop up a lot of indie JP VTubers, and like show off the skills of indie JP VTubers, as well as balancing out like with a lot of like, you know, famous JP VTubers and famous pro players in Japan and stuff like that. And then there's me there's me inviting like fucking Mandy and stuff like that, and Nicelake, and people be like, what the fuck? And then there's me, the outlier, who just casually brings Nicelake over to the custom and be like, hey, yeah, the guy that you just watched at ALGS on the B stream, yeah, he's here. As always, everybody, stay hydrated, posture check, get up and move around to get that blood flowing. Any of you, stay up for me, head to bed, because you deserve it. I'll see you guys next time, everybody. Bye, guys. Bye.